Everybody, today I'm going to give you a driving tour of the village of Oak Creek here in beautiful Sedona, and it's just going to be like I picked you up, left my house, I'm here in my backyard, picked you up at the first roundabout as you head into the village of Oak Creek, and I'm going to drive around with my GoPro out the window, kind of give you a little bit of a narration of what the businesses are, what the neighborhoods look like, so you can get a little bit of an idea if you like the village of Oak Creek, if you're thinking about moving to Sedona or northern Arizona. So stay tuned. My name's Dickenson. Let's go on the driving tour of the village of Oak Creek here in Sedona. All right, we're starting right as you pull into the village of Oak Creek after you're going past the first major roundabout and you're just rolling into town. Toward the left, you're going to see some businesses. There's Pago's, good place to go for lunch, Maria's, there's the pet store, and now I'm passing the Chevron station, so full of vacant lots, and then there's the village vet, which is where I take my dogs, and there's a very good boarding facility there for your dogs, so that's very nice. To your left is the village of Oak Creek Country Club golf course. It's one of several golf courses in the area, and we're going to go past the other side of it a little bit later. Then there's the Red Rock Inn to the left, which is a nice place to stay if you're here to visit. Also the Holiday Inn Express, a couple of other hotels. There's the Holiday Inn Express. This business complex at the left, you've got the very nice barber shop there. You've got the thrift store, a couple of businesses. You have the Northern Arizona Healthcare, Famous Pizza and Beer. There's a Thai place in that little complex that we just passed to the left. Also, Wildflower Inn is actually a really nice little place that has got some good views. It's not too expensive. On the right, we've got the Circle K. You can see gas is slightly cheaper than Phoenix at $3.89 a gallon. It's about $4.50 to $5 a gallon in Phoenix. Now, I took the roundabout and I circled around so you can see what it's like on the other side. We have just passed the Ace Hardware. Then there's the Colt Inn. There's the Sedona Digs, which is a little bit of a furniture store, and then a couple of places where there's the Healing Center on the left, and then the backs of some of the residential areas. So the left, there are a lot of neighborhoods where you've got some houses. We'll take a little quick drive through that at some point, and then as we get closer, you can see Village of Oak Creek is very small, but this was the main drag I'm driving you past. I'm going to take you into the little neighborhood so you get an idea what the houses are like there in the village. And then again at the left, you've got the Speedway gas station. There's the Subway, Los Betos, which is the only drive-through that's left open in Sedona, and there's also Veggie Eat, which is a new, very nice vegetarian restaurant. And so we're going to go towards Jack's Canyon in a little bit. There's the Element on the left, which is a nice new hotel. There's a storage facility, and then you can see right now they're doing the artist fairs. Fall on the weekends they have like an art and crafts mart. Then there's also Butterfly Burger and Pizza Lisa on the left. We're going to go the roundabout. Of course, on the right is Chase Bank. I want you to see one of the cheaper communities in Village of Oak Creek and Sedona in case you're trying to find a home, and you know homes are very expensive in Sedona in general, but this neighborhood that we're about to turn into on the right has some of the more affordable homes, so I want you to get an idea what it's like here. On the left, we have just passed some more homes. Not far from here, Sedona Winds, which is an assisted living facility. Okay, so now we're driving into one of the more affordable neighborhoods in the Village of Oak Creek. Now, some of the reasons they're affordable is you got some single-family homes, some smaller single-family homes mixed in with some manufactured homes. You might be able to get a nice manufactured home for about $450,000 in this community. Now right here I'm going through a wash and the creek bed is dry, but in the rainy season that will flow very heavy and you won't be able to cross it, which is why these homes in this block are considered a flood zone. Now look at the left, there's a very beautiful home that's for sale by one of my colleagues. That one is less than $600,000. But now backing to that creek, that wash I was just telling you about, now the deal is that the houses won't flood, but if that creek level gets high, you won't be able to cross it and you can kind of get stuck in this neighborhood for 6-8 hours until the creek comes down. So that's just something to think about. That's the one disadvantage of this neighborhood, is like you can see all these lots and these homes that are on the left, they're backing up to that creek, and that has it flood zone AE designation, which may require you to get flood insurance. So, and I don't want to give you a quote because sometimes those change, but I could give you some flood insurance companies if you're interested. Now, I want you to see the view that some of the homes in this neighborhood have. And now I've just turned around and I'm going back out because I want you to see to the left there are some of the manufactured homes, but they're very nice newer manufactured homes. And again, these probably go, you might pay as much as $500,000 for one of these nice manufactured homes on a lot. A little bit less here in the Village of Oak Creek, but in West Sedona they will definitely go for at least $450,000 to $500,000, maybe even more for nice manufactured homes. And then you can see there are also some single family homes on the left, and this is a nice mature neighborhood, beautiful trees. And now we're going to head out back to Jack's Canyon, which is Jack's Canyon Drive, which is where we had turned into the neighborhood. I wanted you to see how it was. Now you can see there are some apartment buildings here on the left, but I'm going to make a right and take you out. We're going to go out on Suncliff because I want you to see some of the homes out there and some of the beautiful views that you could get if you're driving into the neighborhoods here in the Village of Oak Creek. So we're going to make a turn on the left. We're going to actually be going on the road, and to the left there were a couple homes that were recently sold here. For one on the corner sold $850,000. That one you're seeing right now would probably go for 1.2 million. On the very right that we just passed is Sedona Winds, which is the assisted living facility. Now on the left, as we're driving through, see these vacant lots. There's some vacant lots for sale, and this little pocket on the left has not the Village of Oak Creek HOA. It's like outside of the HOA, this little finger here, and it has no rental restrictions. If you were thinking of building a property without rental restrictions, you could look in there. And now along this road, the Suncliff, so you can see some of these houses on the left are newer, and there are more of them on the right that are newer because developers have come in and bought like one lot at a time and put up step homes. Now I'm driving you into Firecliff. I wanted to take you into this subdivision because this is a cute little subdivision. These are actually single family homes, but they're smaller. Like you could see, well, actually the house isn't smaller, but they're on small lots. So if you want like a townhouse kind of a feel where you've got the community that's maintaining the yards and everything, not a big yard, but yet a little bit of a space, this is a good neighborhood for that. So you got very nice homes, and a lot of it is maintained, and you don't have a big yard, so but you're not connected to your neighbor. You got a little bit of space. And the other thing that's really nice about this subdivision is there's a community pool and a little community area that you could go in, and it's nice to have a community pool, especially here in Sedona, because it does get hot in the summertime, but yet maintaining a pool, especially if you don't live here year round, can be costly and kind of a pain. So it's really nice if you can get a subdivision with a community pool, and this Firecliff neighborhood is definitely one of those. So I'm going to take you back out of here in a minute, and now that I've turned around, I have gone back out into Jack's Canyon Road, and I'm going to go around the major roundabout. Now you see right now it's kind of a busy day. There are a lot of traffic, a lot of cars going through the roundabout. Now the rule to the roundabout is you look to the left. The person in the circle has the right of way. So you don't care to the right. Don't look to the right. You don't care what that guy's doing. It's only the left. That person on the left has the right of way. Okay, so now I'm going on the other side. We're going to Verde Valley School Road, and I want you to see as soon as you are turning into Verde Valley School Road, you've got a few condominium and townhouse complexes. Now these are some very nice townhomes in here. Another possibility for you to get into Sedona for a lower price. Some of these might go for the 500,000 mark. So one bed, one bath, you might get in the high 300,000s if you need some work. Now on the right is the Wild Turkey. Those are also nice townhomes. Those are, you can get maybe a 2-bed, 2-bath with a little parking space in the front, a teeny little bit of a yard there for maybe $450,000 in that area. So that's just to give you an idea about pricing. Now you could see on the left there's some very nice homes here, Verde Valley School Road. There are a couple of them for sale around $650,000. That's probably, for you to find a single family home under $600,000 anywhere in Sedona is unlikely, not impossible. So I wanted you to get an idea of just some of the homes here. There's one for sale for $650,000, and of course they go up from there. So I'm going to make a little turn at the stop sign. This is the Bell Rock Road, which kind of will take you through the neighborhood, and it will take you towards the top of the State Route 179. But I'm not going to go all the way through. I want you to see this neighborhood, which is Fairway Oaks. This one actually I'm passing the golf course, but the bulk of the golf course is on the right hand side. You can just see what's on the left hand side. This is again the Village of Oak Creek Country Club, which is on the left hand side. You can see there are the golf courses. This is where you go, and there's a little restaurant in there, and this is the main Village of Oak Creek golf course, but there is another golf course at the Hilton. There's another one out towards Jack Canyon, but I wanted you to see this neighborhood, Fairway Oaks. It's very nice. Now to the left, we're passing it, there is a very nice townhome community called Sundance. I have one listed in there for a client if you're interested in Sundance. It's a very nice community because it's got very mature green trees, a lot of green lawn. You don't see a lot of the green lawns in Sedona, so if you're interested in a townhome that has a green lawn, I could tell you about the one I have listed, Sundance. But now I wanted you to see, now this is Bell Rock Road again, the houses on the left. You've got some older established neighborhoods. A lot of these were built in the late 1970s, early 1980s. Again, probably the lowest price point you would get is about $580,000. I think there's one in this neighborhood for $580,000, and they go up from there. Of course, you can see anything, probably the bulk of the prices in this neighborhood is going to be $650,000 to maybe $2.5 million. Not just this, but if I would take you into some of the fingers into this neighborhood. And of course there are more. There are some that are nestled up against the rocks that are bigger that are going to go for more, but I want you to get an idea of what some of these houses go for. And this is a very nice, quiet neighborhood, and even though this particular street has got a double yellow line on it, there's not a lot of traffic on this road, and it's not really very noisy. Now I am going to, in a second, I'm going to drive you in of a place that if you're looking for a rental, you might be able to find a rental. When I first moved to Sedona back in 2018, 2019, I got a rental in one of these duplexes in here. So I'm going to take you into this neighborhood, which is, I'm going to turn in on Sugarloaf, and so you can get an idea. I call this Duplex Row. It's not really Duplex Row, but I call it Duplex Row because you can see there are quite a few. Now that we're driving in, there are a lot of duplexes, triplexes, and fourplexes. In fact, they're building a couple of fourplexes right now, and early in the day when I drove, so I'm sorry, I apologize for the shadow. Now on the right, there are also a few single family homes mixed into this little neighborhood, but if you're thinking of rental, again, I don't usually see these because these usually aren't on the MLS. You would need to contact a property manager, but like here we go on the left, you got 2 or 3 of these new fourplexes going up. That might be a good place if you're looking for a long-term rental. If you're interested in a rental, I would set you up with a property manager, and they know all about the rentals in Sedona. But I first got in, actually now we're turning to where I lived, and I lived on a duplex that was right across the street from this big monstrosity that's going up. So this one right here, I lived across the street, and I used to have a view of the golf course, but then they put that fourplex up. And when I found my place when I first moved here, so in 2018, I found my rental at apartments.com, which is not a place that you might look for something like that, but I found it at apartments.com. So, okay, now I'm going to turn back into the neighborhood. We kind of went past where the duplexes and fourplexes are, and I'm going into the neighborhood again, Fairway Oaks, very close to the golf course. You see much nicer, bigger homes in here. Now we're looking at homes that are probably, 2,000, 2,500 square foot. So, and then they're mixed in. You could have a 1,400 square foot, and then you could have one next to it that's 2,000 and one that's 2,500. So a little bit mixed because these are all originally custom homes. You could see this lot right there that backs up to the golf course. A lot of these homes that we're driving past back up to the golf course. So if you're interested in a golf course lot, this is not the only subdivision that has a golf course lot. The neighborhood that is near the Hilton also has some beautiful homes that back up to the golf course. The video was so long, I didn't go include that neighborhood, but I may do a part 2 of the Village of Oak Creek driving tour so you can get an idea of some of the stuff that I cut out because we were already at like 18, 19 minutes. So I might do that in the other one. So I'm now come all the way around, and you can see people like to take walks in this neighborhood. It's a nice, friendly neighborhood where people will go out and walk their dogs, and you have that. So I'm turning around right now, and I'm going to head back towards where we came in. So I'm going to make a left here. I'm back out on Bell Rock Road again, and now you're going to get to see the other side where you have a better view of the golf course as soon as I turn around. So here we are again on the right. You saw that as I came in, back where the Sundance townhomes are and the Village of Oak Creek Country Club restaurant is, and where you get all the golf carts and you sign up for golf fees. And then look to the left, that's where you park for the golf course, and that's where the big part of the golf course is. There's more on the right, but there's the main parking, as you can see, for the Village of Oak Creek. And I'm about to head out to Verde Valley School Road again, but I wanted you to see this little area because it's very nice. And then a couple of houses as we approach Verde Valley School Road on the left. on the right, I'm sorry. I'm directionally challenged today. And then if we would go across, there are other nice neighborhoods. If we would go straight across, and then that's close to where the Hilton golf course is too. But I'm gonna head back now on Verde Valley School Road and head more into town, which is hilarious when I say town because it's so small. But a couple of things that you're going to notice on the left, first of all, is there are more single-family homes that are right there. Some are new, some are older. A lot of these were built again in the 70s and 80s and 90s, but then, you know, somebody may have bought a vacant lot and put up a spec home. I'm going to go past the Wild Turkey townhomes again so you can get a better idea of what those look like after I kind of go past some of these single-family homes. So we're approaching that right now, and also pretty soon we're going to see Clark's. So there's like one major grocery store. It's Clark's it's a chain, but it's a small chain. They're based out of Colorado. So there's the Wild Turkey that we're passing right now, and then that car is coming out, and then you've got the center where there's Clark's, the grocery store. There's about 5 in the chain. A lot of them are in Colorado, and we have this one here in Sedona. There's a couple other businesses in there. There's an eyeglass company, and on the left also is Chase Bank. So you have those businesses. Again, Village of Oak Creek is very small. It's the unincorporated area of Sedona. Now I'm going to head you over towards the Hilton Golf Course so you get a little bit of an idea of what that's like. So my name is Dickenson, and this channel is Living in Northern Arizona, and I do a lot of videos on this sort of thing where I just kind of tour the neighborhoods of the towns where I sell real estate. I am a realtor. I do sell real estate in Sedona, Verde Valley, Flagstaff, and Prescott area. If you're ever interested in finding out about the market, selling or buying a home here, please feel free to give me a call or a text or email. I always have my contact information in the description below, or you could even go to my website, livinginnorthernarizona.com, and schedule a Zoom call or a phone call, and we could talk about real estate if you're interested in moving here, or if you have a home and you're thinking of selling it. I'm going to take a quick jaunt into the Hilton area where the Hilton golf course is, so you can see, you know, we have so many golf courses, but you don't really have to be a golfer to enjoy living near the golf course, because some of them have kind of cleared out the view, and you get a great view of like Bell Rock or Courthouse Butte from some of the homes in this neighborhood. But I wanted you to get an idea of what it looks like if you're going into the Hilton golf course. So here we're going, and I'm gonna have to drive a little ways for you to see some of the houses, because there's still a couple of timeshare type condos that are maybe rentals in here. But I don't see a lot of these for sale in this area that we're passing, but just to get you an idea of what it's like if you're going to go into the golf course community. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it's kind of tough with me driving, but sometimes it gives you a good idea of the views and what the neighborhood looks like. If you do, please consider subscribing to the channel, giving me a thumbs up. I post videos like this every single week, so if you're thinking of moving to Northern Arizona, I hope you subscribe and come back next week, because I hope you find this type of information helpful, and I do these videos.